Yo.
What up?
Yo. Who starts this off?
Yo. Welcome to another edition of the Geeky Bros Podcast, but it's the Geeky Bros Review. I'm your boy Tactix.
Yo, it's just Darcy here.
And this is Big Geek Umar. We're live outside. Well, not live. We're recording outside the movie theater. We all just watched The Batman.
Yeah, if you can't tell.
If you can't tell.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I watched Cliff of the Dog today.
Can you imagine though?
Everyone be like, I think you went into the wrong room.
Someone actually asked me. They were like, yo, you're watching The Batman, right? I was like, no, Cliff of the Dog.
I saw Batman yesterday, don't worry.
All right, so we're going to give a 2-minute spoiler-free, 2-minute each spoiler-free review of The Batman because Friday we're going to go full blast. Also, we realize that people probably haven't watched it yet because it's like, Saturday? So
yeah.
we don't want to ruin it. So spoiler-free, 2-minute each. T, let's start with you.
Oh, me? Okay.
We got it, man. You're wearing all this. You're
Yeah.
a big fan.
True. Okay, yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. I was comparing it a little bit to The Dark Knight and
Classic.
It's a hard comparison. Honestly, it's not better than The Dark Knight, but that's not to say that it's not a good film. In fact, it's not to say that it's not a great film. It actually is a very solid film. I was never bored. Even though it is obviously close to 3 hours, it kind of goes like this. It's like it's really high, and then it dips a little bit from time to time, but it gives you a chance to really breathe, which is really good. Whereas The Dark Knight was kind of like you're on the roller coaster going top speed, and you just don't have the breathing room at all. So, but overall, I enjoyed it. What's his name? Robert Pattinson. He did a great job. Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, great job, phenomenal job.
Huge improvement since the last.
Paul
offense.
Dano, he did his thing. He crushed it in this.
Yeah.
Storyline, plot was great. You get the Batman detective that we've all been waiting for, and the fight scenes, man. Oh my goodness! Every time this guy was dropping dudes, I was like, damn, this is what we've been waiting for. So,
What would you give out of 10?
out of 10, I would give it 8.5.
Oh,
8.5.
okay. All right. Darce?
Yo, okay. First off, my arm is dying. One second, I just got to change arms. I'm holding this as a workout.
All right. I got it.
Okay, so I loved it. Like I like long films when they're good, and this was I didn't even notice how the time passing by. Like the Dark Knight, it's the kind of film I always describe as like going through, like Tactix was saying, it has multiple big climax moments. It feels like, this could be the end, but hey, there could be more, and then there is more. It was just really solid. Robert Pattinson is a great Batman. I really enjoyed it. You give me the look when I say that.
No. I thought you were gonna say more. That's what I said.
Everybody was just killing it in their roles. Honestly, it's a solid film. I'm still like baking on like my feelings for a number. I'm kind of feeling like it's either an 8.75 or a 9 for me. It's somewhere in there. And to put it in context, like The Dark Knight is a 10. So I'm just saying, that's it for me. I'll take it back. I'll let you talk.
All right. So for me, this is my second time, and I'm glad I got to rewatch it because I had some problems the first time around, but then I was like, I watched it this time, I'm like, actually don't feel it. So for me, I would say that I think out of the three of us, I had the most critical eye for it.
No surprise there.
No surprise. I felt it was too long. I would say it was about a half an hour too long, and all you really need to do was like just tweak it a little bit, and like you could have like killed like a good half hour, kept it short, and like my number would have been a lot higher than it would be. Robert Pattinson killed it as Batman. I liked how he did, or what they did for the Bruce Wayne thing, but I feel a lot of people are going to be mad at him for doing an interpretation of Bruce Wayne that isn't a playboy, but that's not really his fault. That was the choice.
I feel like that's coming in the second film. I feel like that's coming in the second film.
This was a Batman in progress film. It wasn't an origin film, and it wasn't him being the Batman. It was like him getting, like you can see the elements that he will eventually become Batman, and him actually learning throughout the film. Because let's say that there were some mistakes that were had, some falls, falls that happen.
Yo, careful, man. You're starting to step into spoiler territory.
Just a fall. Anyway, Alfred was great. Wanted more of him. Zoe Kravitz, good as Catwoman. Paul Dano is a revelation and killed it as Riddler, literally. And then, yeah. This was like a Batman movie mixed in with the Zodiac movie / 7.
Yeah.
It had the detective aspect. It is Batman learning to be a better detective, and honestly, the film shows that he actually was getting better as time went on. So that was cool, but I can also see that
He was killing it with those riddles, though, bro. Like, I was like, shit, I didn't even know any of those.
the riddles were good, but I felt they were slightly less than what. Like, I think Jim Carrey had more like complex riddles, and I'm just like, if Jim Carrey could give a little bit more complex.
Well, now I just feel stupid.
No. I'm bad with riddles. It's just that like I kind of want a little more. By the way, Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell.
Like it's like a totally different human being.
I didn't even see him. Like there were a couple times he looked a certain way, and I'm like, oh, I can kind of see Colin Farrell there, and then he disappeared, and I'm like, I don't know, just see the Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that I would have given it a 9, but the last half hour kind of burned away some of my goodwill, and also there were a couple of other things like in the middle part that I was kind of like, So ultimately, I'm gonna give it an 8.25 out of 10.
Okay.
So
that's all I gotta say, bro. My arm is getting tired, so don't extend this out.
Okay, so we gonna be wrapping up right here. I hope you guys check it out, because by Friday we're gonna go full spoiler territory on the Batman.
Yeah, I agree.
You know I can still see you, right?
My bad, bro.
All right, well.
That's
Got
it?
anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
All right, well, this has been another edition of the Geeky Bros Podcast. Check out my style, man. Look at this shit. Bro, one piece. That's how I'm rocking it.
I love how like 2 minutes into sitting down with the popcorn, this man over here is like, yo, it's actually getting warm in here. I can't lie.
Yeah, it was kind of toasty, bro. I got layers on layers in here, man. Look at this. Another Batman shirt, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, but, I guess that's it. So we'll see you guys on the
Friday.
next one.
Next one. Yeah, Friday. See you soon. Peace.